rights, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Ms. Salchow? Mr. Lindemann?
Here.
Mr. Ramos?
Here.
Mr. Breen?
Here. Item 1D, board meetings, minutes approved, not previously approved of, as listed, 1, 2, 3. Mr. Lindemann,
I move to approve the minutes as listed.
is there a second?
Second.
Board members, any discussion regarding the minutes? Any corrections or anything regarding the minutes? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Breen?
Yes. Item E, 1, summary of current events, Superintendent Samaniego.
Good evening, Mr. President, board members, members of our communities. Lovely to see many students tonight. First, before I begin, I do want to offer our condolences to Mrs. Salchow for the passing of her mom. She is not here today and she is excused. We are currently in testing season. We are testing for our state test at ASA, middle school, elementary. Our high school completed ACT testing last week, and they believe they have one more ACT Aspire. Just want to encourage students to get to school on time and for parents to take the children to school every day. Clawson just celebrated their A-letter grade on Saturday. They had a fantastic time, community support, parents, and we are pending Ferris's celebration for their A-letter grade as well. And that is all I have for today, as far as current events.
You want to just go ahead with your
Yes.
GEM award?
Yes. So the nominee for the month of March is Ms. Jessica Galas, kindergarten teacher at Clawson. She was nominated by a couple of her staff colleagues at Clawson Elementary. Mrs. Galas is one of the best teachers we've known, with a true vocation, professional, very dedicated to what she does. She ensures that her students not only learn in an effective and fun way, but also gains a lot of confidence in themselves. She is always with the best attitude and preparing every day, always giving her best. She is a multi-task teacher who is not only achieving incredible things for her class, but also for her school and community. She goes out of her way to plan events and does it with a big heart. In addition, she is academically prepared with 2 master's degrees, and I will say that she's always smiling when we walk into her class. So for that reason, Ms. Jessica Galas. I wanted a red one, but didn't find a red one. We ran out. So Ms. Jessica Galas, you are presented the Superintendent's GEM Award for being extraordinary employee and going the extra mile. So congratulations. Here's your GEM.
Governing board members, summary of current events, Mr. Smith,
Nothing.
Mr. Lindemann,
Nothing this evening.
Mr. Ramos. Under 2 reports, we have DHS Winter Sports, and that's going to be presented by Mrs. Maria Trinta. And Maria, while you're coming up there, it's really good to see these students all the time. Did you bring this crowd with you?
Yes.
It's wonderful. It's good to see them at board meetings. A good change in the environment and the atmosphere. Go ahead.
Thank you for having us. We are here today to present you the accomplishments for the winter season. We're going to start with the girls' soccer.
You can start from there.
I just wanted to start off by saying how good of a season we had. We had a really great season. To introduce myself, sorry. I'm Sophia. I represent girls soccer for Selk, and I'm a team captain. To start it off, we had some really good accomplishments. We broke a lot of records, I believe. We hosted our 4A conference first round. We also we had a first round appearance in the open tournament, which was like a new, how do you say that? Like a new addition
Right.
into our sport. We had a 17-3 overall record. We were the 4A Gila region champions. We outscored our region opponents 22-1, and our final ranking was number 6 in the 4A conference.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla Viescusa. I'm another team captain, and we have our other team captain here, Dominique Munoz. So I'm going to be presenting to you guys region recognitions. So basically at the end of every season, all the coaches from our region get together and they have a meeting, and they decide who from all the teams were the best player of the team, and they have recognitions for us. As you guys can see, we kind of swept them up a little bit. Region Player of the Year, we had America Romero. Region Offensive Player of the Year, we have Anita Higuera. Region Defensive Player of the Year, Sofia Castillo. Region Coach of the Year, Mario Romero. For first team, we had Sofia Castillo, Abby Gonzalez, Anita Higuera, Milan Hunt, America Romero, Dominique Munoz, and Haley Barco. For second team, we had Mia Guzman, Janessa Sanchez, Brianna Munoz, Talia Viescusa, Kayla Viescusa. For all region honorable mentions, we had Azul Gutierrez, Violeta Hoyos, Lisandra Lomelí, Vanessa McGrew. And then we have the 4A Conference Sonoran All-Stars. So this was a paper that was sent out by the Tucson sports writers. So they got together and they looked for all the players in Tucson that they thought were the best players, and we made it onto the list. So for first team, we have Sofia Castillo, Anita Higuera, America Romero, Dominique Munoz. For second team, we have Milan Hunt, Haley Barco, Abby Gonzalez. And then for third team, we have Brianna Munoz.
And to kind of go off of how our season went, we scored a total of 84 goals, which was a school record. We had 3 girls in the top 5 for most goals, which was Anita Higuera with 23, Milan Hunt with 17, and Dominique Munoz with 14. We also had 3 girls in the top 5 for most assists, which was Haley Barco with 11, Kayla Viescusa with 11, and Anita Higuera with 10. We also had our goalie, who had the most saves with 171, and she also had a season average of 0.717 goals allowed per game.
So overall, we had a good season. We got into the first round of state, and we went into overtime, and then unfortunately we lost in the first round. But yeah, overall we had a good season. Let me know if you guys have any questions.
Members of the board? We really can't get into a lot of discussion, but because we're prohibited, because it's under reports. Next time, it's going to be under an actual agenda item so that we can have interaction with you. But I just want to say on behalf of the board that you people did an outstanding job this year, and you're really worthy of all the recognition you got, especially those people that made first team. That's unbelievable, that many to be on the first team all region. And then, of course, congratulations to Coach Romero. It seems like year in and year out, he always does an outstanding job with you guys. And then I also want to commend you for your behavior and how you represent Douglas, not only here, but especially out of town. And for that, we're thankful. And so on behalf of the board, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Congratulations, girls.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Alejandro Yan. I'm the captain for the varsity team, and this is my teammate, Dante Silva. Before I start, I know our season was not the greatest, but I do think we have like a really good team and that we really had fun and we all tried, and I enjoyed it, to be honest. I believe this was like the best season we've had in the past 4 years. And I want to start by saying that for state qualifications, we made play-ins and we were able to defeat the number 10 team. We were ranked number 23, and I think we like did the big upset by defeating them. Also, we were able to make it to obviously the first round, and we sadly lost to South Point Catholic School, but I mean they were the state champions. And then for our region, we were able to get a 6-5-1 overall record. We were able to win our region. We scored overall of 42 goals, and we ranked, like I said, 23. We were able to actually get a trophy this year. We were able to get second place in the Rio Rico Fly High. And then for recognitions, we got Eli Antillon as a offensive player of the year. And then our coach, Sergio Ramos, that he's not here, sadly, that he was able to get coach of the year. And then for first team of our region, we got Felipe Magru, Julio Galindo, Rivera Manuel, and myself. For second team our region, we got Dante Silva and Juan Alexander Nichols. And for honorable mentions, we got Giancarlo Terraza, Dimitri Velasquez, Benjamin Pecanino, and Alejandro Valdenegro. And another thing I want to add, that most of the people that we have on the team right now are not seniors. Most of the teams were either sophomores or juniors, and I think they're going to do really good in the next seasons we have forward. Do you have any questions?
No, just other than basically what I mentioned to the girls, and we do know that you guys annually, whether it's when you're in sequence or not, you always do a good job too, and we're proud of you as well. So regardless of what your record was, you represent Douglas very well, and we thank you for that. In a minute, I'm Maria, gonna ask, they can do it, we can't interact with them, but just for them to informally get up and address the board about something that may concern them or interest them that they want this board to know about, and especially the administration. I like to do that because we hear a lot of things that normally you don't have the opportunity to tell anybody, or this is the level where you can say something and then of course it may get done. Not that the people at your level can't do it, but I mean when it comes to expenditures and fixing equipment and all those kinds of things, it's the people here that do that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carolina Anguiano, and I represent girls basketball.
My name is Keira Espinosa, and I also represent girls basketball.
First of all, the girls basketball had an amazing season this year. We had a season full of accomplishments, starting with our overall record being 23-5, our region record 7-1, and our school record for most points by Francia Rubio for 49 points scored in a game. We also hosted the 4A conference first round, and we made it to the open tournament appearance. We were named the 2024-2025 region champs. We also were named first place at Benson Holiday Invitational and second place at the Flowing Wells Holiday Shootout.
As my teammate mentioned before, we had an amazing season with many accomplishments. For our region recognitions, we had Francia Rubio being the region player of the year. First team, Francia Rubio and myself. Second team, Scarlett Ruiz, Carolina Anguiano. Honorable mentions, Julissa Quijada, Evelyn Gonzalez, and Dana Peña. And also our coach was awarded Coach of the Year. Any questions?
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about you guys. Not to not recognize the soccer team that much, but you had a wonderful season. I had the privilege of seeing you play every home game, and not only did you do very well, you did very well for Mr. Hill, because it was his last year, and you sent him out with a real nice, let's say, recognition and honor. Not only for him, but a lot of you people. And I can say that not only was your season outstanding, but your sportsmanship was good, and you were very entertaining. The games were good. And looking forward to watching you next year. And then, of course, I'm going to give you an opportunity, unless you're the last team that's going to address the board, to make any comments to the board, as I mentioned earlier, about anything that's on your mind regarding athletics. So, Mr. Hill, why don't you stand up and come up here, because you not only retired, but you had a stellar career as a coach, and you were an outstanding player yourself. I remember watching you when you were in high school. So
Thank you,
we want to
Coach.
recognize you as well.
Thank you.
Anything you
Yeah,
want?
it was an amazing season. And like you said, these girls, they got after it. I want to thank everybody that supported me over all the years. It takes a community to get it done. And these girls and yourselves are all involved in that community. So it's going to be hard to go. But after our last game, because I played in there, I coached in there for 40 years. And I just want to thank the girls for doing what they did. And it's all about them. You know, it's all about the kids. And that's why I was there. And it's going to be hard to let them go, but
Just one.
they'll be left in good hands.
Well, yeah, I was going to mention your legacy is going to be one that's going to be very difficult. Whoever fills your position, but you're going to have quite a. Is it going to be a good nucleus, a good core returning? I know Carolina's coming back. I don't know which other one of your girls are coming back, but don't want to put any
Renata.
pressure on the new coach.
We've got a few coming back. We're losing 6 seniors.
All the rest of you are leaving.
Yeah. And some are going on to college and sports, and some are going out. They're a really smart bunch of girls. They're honor roll kids, and they're really smart. And that made it easier to coach, because when you're smart, you figure things out most of the time on your own. You know, so it makes them easy to coach. Yeah, there's more coming, hopefully a lot more. And they got to see a lot of Lady Bulldogs came out, alumni. And I think them seeing that, it just being in sports is going to make them be successful. The hard work, the dedication, those things. And like I said, I want to thank everybody. There's a lot of people in the room back here that's helped support me too.
Okay,
That's
well,
it.
thank you.
guys
Thank
got
you very
something?
much. And thank you, girls, for a wonderful season.
Good evening. My name is Jose Anguiano, and I'm the representative for boys basketball. So this year we had a kind of rough season to start off. Definitely picked it up towards middle of the season. It was kind of hard adapting this year to a new coach, but I think we did pretty good towards the end of the season. We had a 5-3 record in region play. We came out second. We also placed second place in both of the tournaments we played, which was the Benson Holiday Tournament and the Pima College Aztec Classic. And in the Benson Holiday Tournament, I won the free throw contest, and we had the 3-point contest winner as well, and Adrian Martinez.
I'm Diego Lopez. I'm another representative for South. For our region recognitions, I got first team all region, and then we had 2 other players being Elmer Maitorena, Ryan Felix for second team, and then I also won region offensive player of the year this year. And then we also had one more thing that we didn't put up there, but it was the all-coach Cheesian all-star game that we had. We played last Saturday, and it was me, Max, and Elmer also. So that was another accomplishment for all of us. And then
next year they should be pretty good. Most of the players have been coached by Coach Docto since we were in middle school. We only have 4 seniors leaving this year, and I think they'll have a shot at playoffs next year for sure. And that's
Are you coming back next year?
No, I'm not.
Diego, you keep growing every time I see you. You should be 6'8" by the time the season starts next year.
Hopefully, yeah.
You guys had a good year too, and were you done? Were the other 2 boys going to speak?
Nah, just
Oh, they're just there for support.
Yeah, moral support.
Well, you both did well. Not as good as the girls, but you guys need more confidence. The girls have all the confidence,
We
right?
got you next year.
No, you did well. We're looking forward to seeing you guys again next year. And congratulations to, I think you made first team, didn't you, Diego? Congratulations to you. And again, are you going to be the last that are going to report on your season? Oh, okay, good. And then I'm going to ask the board if they want to make any just quick comments regarding any or all of it, all right? Thank you, guys. Looking forward to seeing you next year.
My name is Elijah Barriardos, and I'm here to recognize wrestling. So this year we did pretty good for all of our tournaments. We usually had 1 person place at each tournament. And at our sectionals, none of the boys qualified, but we had 1 girl qualify for state. And I don't know if she wants to talk about it.
Good afternoon. My name's Maria Elena Corrales, and I wrestled 132 pounds for girls wrestling. I qualified for state and sadly lost in the blood rounds. But overall, we had a good season this year. The boys really showed out, and the girls, and hopefully we'll do better next year.
Okay, congratulations to you guys as well. And we wish you the best. And are both of you coming back next year?
I am.
Oh, you are? Good. All right, great. Is this the last group, Maria? Mr. Smith, do you have any, no dialogue, but any comments or any observations you want to make regarding any of it?
No, I think
Mr. Lindeman?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to congratulate all the student athletes. We have talent, we have success here in Douglas, and I'm really proud to be a part of the community all these years. And I know a lot of faces out there, and I appreciate what you've done, and good luck, for you that are seniors and moving on. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos.
Yes, you may not see me out there when you're playing, but I'm with you by heart because I just can't make it out there anymore. But you really, really make me proud, and I know you make this board proud, and you make the administration with your hard work and your dedication. Keep it up, Bulldogs. Keep it up.
Members of the administration, any comments? Ms. Samaniego?
No, I just want to congratulate all the coaching staff. I know that coaching is not an easy job. It's very highly political, if with parents and students and the community. It's endless hours for little pay, if I'll say. And congratulations to all the student athletes. I attended, a game here, a game there for all sports, and I also enjoyed every single one of your seasons. So congratulations, and keep being good kids, even when you leave Douglas. Make us proud.
Anybody else, members of the administration? Maria, this would be a good opportunity as part of the report for any of the individual students that would like to say something to the board about something that's on their mind or of interest to them that they think the board should know, or a request, or bring something to the board's attention. So now would be a good chance to do it.
I would add that we have many kids that have offers already from colleges and universities, so I'm really proud to see these kids growing.
Okay. So is that the end of your report?
Yes.
Melissa is the principal here. Is there anything you want to say? You're the one that's over all of this stuff. Do you have anything you want to say in closing regarding the athletic winter sports?
No, I'm their biggest fan and they know it. I enjoy watching everybody play at
Okay, we do too, and thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a minute. They're not going to stay for the rest of the boring meeting. I hope they don't think they have to, so we're going to give them a minute to walk out. And thanks for being here again, you guys.
Unless they want to stay.
I don't think they want.
Yeah.
He's about 6.
Yeah.
He's about 6'3", 6'4" now.
Needs some beef.
He's very good too.
He needs to bulk up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole, was there anything you wanted to say? You know, you're on the board. You could have said anything you wanted to. She's probably saying now he asked me. But I said part of the administration, that includes you, so.
Hello, okay there.
It really is good to have them down here, and of course, I've already talked to Alma. Next time, we're going to have it as an agenda item, and that way we can ask them questions, and we can go back and forth. Let's move on to Douglas. Now it's
Student council.
Douglas High School Student Council, Scarlett Hughes. What is that?
She's our student council sponsor and.
Oh,
presenting
you're
her-
going to give a report on the
Yes.
student council?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, good. I'm sorry.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board, Superintendent Samaniego, DUSD administration, and guests. My name is Nicole Michelle, and I'm the student body president. And this year's student body is
Kira Espinosa, the student body recording secretary.
Sebastian Salas, I'm the student body treasurer.
Carlo Corona, I'm the student body corresponding secretary.
Carol Villalobos, student body historian. Good afternoon, my name is Alina El Castillo, and I'm this year's student body spirit coordinator.
So we are here today to share with you about a fundraising event our Douglas High School student took part in this year that gained state recognition.
The Arizona Association of Student Councils Charitable Contributions Award is to recognize all the outstanding charitable contributions and special projects that AASC members' schools are conducting. The AASC Executive Board reviews the applications, and councils who have met the criteria are recognized at the annual AASC State Convention for their efforts in service and charity.
There are 4 tiers of awards: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. I am happy to announce that our Douglas High School students earned the platinum level. This tier is reserved for raising charitable contributions that exceed the $3,000.
Thanks.
This recognition would not have been possible without the tremendous support of our community. A special thank you to Rochelle Castillo, she is in the crowd, who spearheaded this fundraiser in the direction of Maria Treinta and Alejandra Llanes, and the support of our Part-of-Proof Girls, Student Council, SELC, DUSD, and DHS admin, community members, Mrs. and Mr. Carranza, Mr. Hoffman, which he is in the crowd too, Mr. Richard Llanes, who did all the grilling, and especially a big thank you to the Volleyball Booster Club, who selflessly donated most of the supplies necessary for the fundraiser.
Again, we just wanted to take this opportunity to showcase just how hardworking and thoughtful our Douglas High School students are. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you. Nicole, are you done?
Do you have any questions?
Any questions?
Members of the board, do you want any comments?
No, I'm good.
Do you have anything, Mr.
No.
I just want to say again, congratulations and all your hard work, and keep it up.
also congratulations, and be proud of all what you did. You'll always remember it for the rest of your lives.
We know that if all of you are on that student council and you're serving with Nicole, it's got to be a high level of character and expertise and knowledge and ability. So want to thank you guys for being down here. And do you have anything that you'd like to say to the board regarding anything that you think could be done at the high school, or and not being critical at all? I don't mean that. I mean just something that's on your mind and you think it'd be a good time to express that feeling or ask that question or make a comment regarding. Because Nicole says plenty when she's down here. No? Okay, thank you very much for being down here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Okay, Nicole, we're back to you now.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board, Superintendent Samaniego, and members of the public. The activity report at DHS and DUSD schools for April is as follows. Under school highlights, congratulations to our dog squad security team led by Ms. Fredrickson, Ms. Melendez, and Officer Cuevas. They are finalists for the Cochise County Teacher of the Year Special Projects category. That was a tongue twister. So what's going on in our district? Irma de la Vega Elementary Basketball Tournament will take place from April 5th on April 5th at the DHS gym. Easter break will be from April 18th through 21st. At Douglas High School on April 9th, freshman cohort 2028 will be taking the ACT Aspire On April 12th, FFA will have their plant sale. On April 14th, there will be a PTSO meeting. On April 17th, we will be hosting our spring pep rally. From April 25th through 30th, DECA will be attending the International Career Development Conference. On April 26th, the DHS prom will be held, the theme being the Golden Age of Hollywood. At Rayburn Middle School, congratulations to our Teachers of the Year, ESS teacher Jane Cinnamon. Congratulations to our Classified Staff of the Year, Custodian Zach Acosta. Quarter 3 award assembly is Friday, April 4th. 6th grade at 8:30 a.m., 7th grade at 9:30 a.m., 8th grade at 10:30 a.m. At Paul Huber Middle School, congratulations to Paul Huber Middle School Teacher of the Year, Lucinda Rose. Classified Staff of the Year, Custodian William Billy Watkins. Folklorico performances will take place on March 28th at Energize Douglas in front of the Gaston at 6:30 p.m. and on March 29th at the Clausen Elementary at 12:30 p.m. At Clausen, they would like to thank the community and Clausen families for coming out to celebrate with them during their Panther Bash in celebration of being an A school 2 years in a row. There will be an art showcase and spring concert on April 16th. Jurassic Park Annual Mile Run will be held on May 2nd. At Stevenson, PTSO Mother and Son Paint Night will be held on April 25th. On April 11th, Kindergarten Kings and Queens. Annual Color Run will be held on May 9th. At Joe Carlson, they will be wearing blue for World Autism Awareness Day on Wednesday, April 2nd. They will also have their 5th grade PTSO meeting on Thursday, April 3rd at 5 p.m. and have Picture Day with the Easter Bunny on Thursday, April 3rd. At Sarah Marley, they will also have a PTSO meeting on Thursday, April 3rd at 3 p.m. The book fair continues through through Friday, April 4th, and they will also be celebrating Paraprofessional Appreciation Day with a breakfast on Wednesday, April 2nd. At Ferris, congratulations to our classified staff members of the year, Mr. Isaias Science, our custodian. Progress reports for quarter 4 will be sent home on Wednesday, April 16th. Our quarterly parent meeting for English learners will be on Thursday, April 24th. And that concludes my report.
Thank you
Any
very
questions?
much. Thank you. Mr. Soto.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, board members. Have the report for the month of March for the balances on the different funds we have. like I keep saying every month, and with a higher freeze on hires and expenditures freeze, we're just buying what it's really necessary for our students. You will see a little difference in the balance, which is increasing, which that's the goal. And remember, whatever balance we have at the end of the year, that's what we will carry over for the upcoming school year. Then, just for your information, of course, when we completely close the books, that's not until September. But that gives me a good idea of knowing how much carryover I'm going to have. Also, our district additional assistant, which is the capital fund, is pretty healthy. We have more than 40% still in balance. And auxiliary and our student activities. Do you have a specific questions on those balances?
Members of the board, Mr. Smith, do you have any questions regarding the budget?
No,
or his
sir.
report?
No, sir.
Mr. Lindemann?
No.
Mr. Ramos?
No.
Before we move on, Ms. Samaniego, did you want to make a change to the agenda, the
Yes.
sequence, or?
Yes, so I need to remove item L from the agenda.
What is it?
Item L is approval of a non-renewal of certified staff contract.
Members of the board, then, we're going to remove that unless I hear an objection from any board member. Okay, so go ahead and remove it. Mrs. Cox, you want to proceed with your report?
Yes. So currently, we have 3,571 students enrolled. Last year at this time was 3,683. We had 19 total withdrawals in March and 17 new registrations. 8 of those students moved out of town. 7 were unexcused absences. 2 met graduation requirements, and 2 had to go online. And so we have to keep in consideration that all of the current enrollments, that's what impacts our funding. So we just need to remember that, okay? So that's all I have.
Okay, members of the board, any question to comment, Mr. Smith?
I wanted to kind of double check on the information we were talking about, the enrollment over at Joe Carlson. I didn't know if that was a typo that was on there, where it shows in the March and April of 24, March of 25, over 400. April of 25 was 127.
It's a typo, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Big
Good
difference.
Yes, typo.
Mr. Lindemann?
And Ferris also. They must have gotten flipped.
Yes, they're flipped.
411, so that would make it
Okay.
Mrs. Cox 411
For Joe Carlson,
and
and
127
127
for
Okay.
Ferris.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Ramos? Is there anything you wanted to add regarding the
No,
budget?
not right now.
Mr. Soto, anything you want to add? Item F, public comments. We have Ida Pedrigo, and she wants to talk about general topic. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, Mrs. Samaniego, and board members, and the community. My name is Ida Ann Pedrego, and I'm a retired teacher, counselor, and administrator. Mr. Marine, I would like to address an issue that affects the whole community of Douglas. Lack of communication. Lack of communication affects all of Douglas, not just in here, when we talk about the number of students that you need, enrollment, and so forth. Not all residents of Douglas use social media, although that is one of the best, or what is being used currently. As a community, we need to think outside the box and develop a method that is both efficient and viable to communicate with the citizens of Douglas. DHS, in the past, several years ago, had the opportunity, and I believe they had the Douglas Border Bulldog. The Douglas Border Bulldog, although it was run by students, the teachers had a big part in making sure that the students did the interviewing, the editing, and the rewriting, which are some of the benchmarks that are needed right now to pass. And it doesn't matter what grade level. I had to do that in 3rd grade. We do it in 8th, 10th, and before they should graduate, students graduate. I would like to see about reviving the Douglas Border Bulldog newspaper. Students would be able to do interviews, write articles, conduct interviews, and write articles, and do the revising of the articles. Then they would also get a grade for this. These are all benchmarks that are really important. Students would receive a grade for the interviewing, their sources, writing, and the editing of articles. The teachers obviously would review and make sure that the topics, the articles are well written and are appropriate. We have the DHS print shop. They could print them. This also gives the opportunity for our students to become entrepreneurs, to learn about businesses. I don't know if you realize how many of our students from DHS have become anchors at ABC or NBC. We've had a couple. But this is a great opportunity to promote and teach our students. The big question you're going to say is, where do we get the funding? Well, you know, the funding would come from the students going out and selling advertisement. There's many people in the community that would support this activity. I've spoken. I'm out there in the community. I ask. They are willing to help, not necessarily support the whole cost, but help so that the students could get financial support to run this newspaper. Not only that, when we think about our students need a second language to be able to graduate from high school. Wouldn't it be awesome if they would write it bilingually? The teachers could edit again and correct. This is a great skill for our students, not just our students, sir. It would affect the community. Yes, many parents don't read our notes. Even now, I was in education, I remember. But this would be a great opportunity, the pride of a child to take it home. Look, Mom, look what I wrote. The parents would read and get involved. I hope that you would take this into consideration. And I know that for this year it's late, but this is a great idea for, I believe, for next school year. Not only that, there's a lot of teachers I've spoken with that support this. A lot of them keep quiet. But as I've been out in the community, I speak to a lot of teachers, Mr. Murray, and they believe this is a great idea. The one thing I do know, it's going to take a village, a lot of people working together to develop something like this. But as you know, even the city is struggling because they can't communicate. This would be a great opportunity to revisit. We don't have to reinvent the wheel because it already was here in Douglas. It just needs to be tweaked a little bit. I want to thank you very much. And hopefully, and I don't mean it in a negative way, but I hope this doesn't fall on deaf ears. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And that's a very interesting point. Now, we're not going to get into a full-blown conversation, but what is the status of journalism at the high school now? Because that newspaper is a byproduct of the journalism class.
So now with our CTE program.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Just quickly, because I don't want to
Yes,
get
very
into a
quickly.
full-blown conversation.
So first of all, things have evolved over the years. Obviously, the Border Bulldog was many years ago. We've evolved with the times, so now we have the DHSN. So it's a media through our film and media classes. So now they do all the planning and preparing, and now they do newscasts that are broadcasted twice a month. And they are also available on our YouTube channel. So we are sharing news. Our students are working diligently to interview within our schools. I mean, Nicole can attest to that. And we inform students of upcoming events and everything, and all those videos are available through our YouTube channel, through the film and DHS
Okay,
Film
good.
and Media. So we do have journalism. It's just evolved into an actual news broadcast this time.
Great, thanks for answering the question, and I just want to get into a formal discussion about it. Administration, of course, you'll discuss it, and thanks for bringing that up. It's a good point, and it's something that maybe it'll prompt some discussion with them in the high school, okay? Thank you very much. All right, we don't have anybody else? Consent agenda items 2A, approval of the following consent agenda items. Number 1, payroll and expense vouchers A through C. Mr. Lindeman.
I move to approve the consent agenda items.
Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Members of the board, discussion? Any additions, corrections? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes,
Mr. Brain?
Yes, item 3, action items A. Discussion action on the approval of certified hires for fiscal year 2025-26. Ms. Samaniego.
Yes, Mr. President, as presented, as you know, we have a resignation that's coming up for the Dean of Students by Ms. Shaylin Frederickson. And we also have Mr. Henry Jones, who's going to be retiring, and he's currently the Sarah Marley principal. So those are 2 vacancies for next year. And it brings me great joy and honor to present the next 2 candidates for approval. Ms. Andrea Estrada is being recommended for the Dean of Students position and at Douglas High School, and Ms. Suezan Pineda as the new principal at Sarah Marley. And again, these are positions for the 25-26 school year. These 2 young ladies are part of what we called Grow Your Own Admin program that we invested in. And they attained their master's program. And Ms. Andrea Estrada, while it's the Dean of Students, it's not an admin position just yet. You know, she does hold a supervisory certificate. She's working on her principal certification. Ms. Suezan is principal certified. And I believe these 2 young ladies are a testament to the value of the Impact Grant Program that we invested in last year.
Okay, I'm going to entertain a motion so
I
that we can, I think you want to introduce them, correct?
Yes.
Let's get it on the
I
floor.
move
get
to
them
approve the
approved first.
certified hires for fiscal year 25-26.
Second,
second,
discussion, members of the board? Backup information is provided. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
yes.
Mr. Brain?
Yes, you want to get them introduced now?
Yes, Ms. Andrea Estrada, if you can come up and introduce yourself and just tell the board a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Good evening, Board President Brain, members of the board, Superintendent Ms. Samaniego, and DUSD admin. I am Andrea Estrada, and I am beyond excited to take on the role as Dean of Students and join the DHS family next year.
I had a nice conversation with the principal, Rodriguez, last week, and she just reinforced in my mind the value of that position. She said that it's helped tremendously. And your background is at the high school?
No, my background is, secondary and the middle school mostly.
Okay, but you have experience at the secondary level?
Yes, correct.
Oh, great, because, dealing with those kids,
Oh,
and
no,
especially
yes.
where you're going to be dealing
I've
with.
dealt with the middle schoolers, and I
All
believe
right.
I can do the same for the high
Great,
schoolers.
congratulations. Members of the board, and any questions, comments?
I just want to say congratulations, and we wish you all the luck, because, I taught high school too. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Ramos?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you'll do a good job.
I believe so.
Okay, well, congratulations to you again, and looking forward to you doing good work up there. It's a very valuable position now. It's worked itself into that, so, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next is Ms. Suezan Pineda.
Good evening, board members, district leadership, and Douglas community. My name is Suezan Pineda, and I'm honored to be here tonight. I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve as the next principal of Sarah Marley School. I want to express my deepest gratitude for the opportunity to serve this incredible school, its students, dedicated staff, and supportive families. I've been part of the Douglas Unified School District for several years and care deeply about our students, families, and staff. I'm happy to continue serving DUSD, a district that has shaped my professional journey from the very beginning. I started as a substitute and instructional aide at Sarah Marley, and today I stand before you as its proud future principal. As both an educator and a parent, I proudly say that my own children are part of DUSD. I look forward to working hand in hand with our educators, families, and community partners to build on Sarah Marley's strong foundation. Thank you for your trust and support. I'm excited to bring this journey together. I'm proud to lead Sarah Marley in its next chapter. Thank you.
Yeah, big congratulations to you, and members of the board, any questions or comments for Ms. Pineda?
I just want to say congratulations again and on your next step, and we're all behind you, so we know you'll do a good job, and good luck.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Mr. Rock.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Members of the board? Thank you, Ms. Pineda.
Thank you. Good evening.
Congratulations. Item B, discussion action on the approval of certified resignations. Ms. Samaniego.
As presented, there are several resignations effective at the end of this school year, 5/22/25, for several teaching positions. Mr. Sierra, it is with a heavy heart that we accept his resignation for counselor at RBMS at the end of this year and wish him well with his health. And so, as presented.
Entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve the certified resignations.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Members of the board, any discussion, questions, comments?
Yeah, I just want to say that thank you all for your service for these years, and especially Mr. Sierra for his longevity of service. And we wish him good luck.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes, yep. Mitch said it all. And thank you very much for all your service.
Yeah, and I just want to add that Mr. Sierra, under some very trying circumstances, I tell you, this dedication, he made it to work, and he was having a very, very difficult time, and I want to thank him for that. Roll call.
Mr. Burring, if I may, right before roll call, Mrs. Angela Terrell's resignation on her letter, because she is an ag teacher, they work through 6/30/25. So I just want to make that clear. Her resignation is effective June 30th of 25. Angela Terrell.
Right,
Mhm. Just want to make that correction.
okay. Any comments regarding that?
No.
Yes?
Should I amend my motion to include the change?
No, I don't think you need to amend the motion, because she's just clarifying, I
Yes, the
think you
date.
just clarified the date, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, very
No,
good.
nothing changed, the resignation is still the resignation.
True.
so-
Okay, very good.
All right, any further discussion?
No.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Burring?
Yes. Item C, discussion action on the approval of classified resignation retirement. Ms. Samaniego.
We have 3 staff members, and 2 are resignations, and 1 is retirement effective January of 2026.
Mr. Lindeman.
I move to approve the classified resignations and retirement.
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Discussion? Anything you want to add?
No.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Burring?
Yes. Item D, discussion action on approval of classified transfer. Ms. Samaniego.
This transfer will be effective as end of week. Carla Barrera from IT Help Desk Technician, filling in the vacancy for the administrative assistant for the food service department, and that was due to a vacancy of that lady moving over to the business department, and that was approved last week.
Is that a lateral transfer?
No, there's a money difference there, so you are approving the salary as well.
Okay. Mr. Lindeman.
I approve the classified, or I move to approve the classified transfer.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ramos. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Burring?
Yes. Do you want to introduce her?
Is Carla here? Carla,
Is she here?
do you want to introduce yourself? No, she's fine. She's fine. She's okay.
Did she stand up so we
Yes.
could at least who?
Yes.
She needs to stand on the chair. There we go. All right, great. Thank you. Item E, discussion action on the approval of volunteers. Ms. Samaniego.
As presented, you have 3 community members and a teacher for RBMS and Paul Huber Sports.
Mr. Lindeman.
Move to approve the volunteers.
Second?
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Burring?
Yes. Item F, discussion action on the approval of change in hours. Ms. Samaniego.
These are change in hours for these two individuals. One is an ESS instructional aide going from an 8-hour position to a 7-hour. The other is an instructional aide at Stevenson from an 8-hour to a 6-hour position, and these changes will not be effective until July of 2025. This is for next year's contract.
Mr. Lindeman?
I move to approve the change in hours.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Breen?
Yes. Item G, discussion action on the approval of donations received for Douglas Unified School District number 27. Ms. Samaniego.
It's a $250 donation from American Southwest Credit Union to Paul Huber Middle School volleyball program to be utilized for equipment.
Mr. Lindeman.
Move to approve the donations.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Breen?
Yes. Item H, action, discussion action on the approval of classified staff rehires for fiscal year 2025-26. Ms. Samaniego.
These are currently all of our classified staff that are being recommended to receive a wage notice for the following year. We are going to probably in the month of May be bringing a couple individuals due to the closure of the preschool program that we're going to find positions for if one is available. So those you will see in the month of May, but this is for everybody presently right now.
Let's see if there's any discussion. Mr. Lindeman.
I move to approve the staff rehires for fiscal year 25-26 classified.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Members of the board, any questions regarding that? Anything about the logistics or what we're doing there, or what's happening? I think you explained pretty well that you
Yes.
may have some more in.
Yes, in May. And so this will allow HR to start working on wage notices for next year for all of the individuals presented right now.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Breen?
Here. Item 8, here. I thought she said here. Yes. Item I, discussion action on the approval of certified staff contract renewals for 2025-26 school year. Ms. Samaniego.
These are 5 current employees that didn't make the list as of our last meeting for various different reasons, but they are being presented for a contract renewal for next year.
Mr. Lindeman.
Move to approve the staff contract, the certified staff contract renewals for 25-26.
Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Can you take that a little bit further, discuss a little bit about salary?
Yes, it's, well, the salary is the same. These are current employees that we have in the district.
Right.
So they just didn't make the list, and so they will be presented a certified contract once you approve for the same salary as the others are going to
Okay,
be receiving.
I think you mentioned that, but I just
Yes.
wanted that for the record and for clarification as well. Mr. Lindeman, you made
Moved
the
to-
motion, it
yeah.
was seconded by Mr. Ramos. Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Breen?
Here. Item J. You know, in the legislature, that means you're not voting. You know, that you don't want to take it. It's just like an abstention. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. Item J, it sounds like he says here all the time. Anyway, he's a former legislator anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Discussion action on approval of fiscal year 2025-26 employment contracts for directors, principals, and assistant principals. Ms. Samaniego.
As presented, you have Mrs. Katie Walker, Jesus Fernando Pineda, Fernando Morales, Sydney Fimbres being presented as the assistant principal for Ferris and Joe Carlson, Claudia Leon, principal at Stevenson, Julian Martin, principal at Paul Huber, Noemi Escalante, assistant principal at Paul Huber, Ms. Radna La Madrid, principal RBMS, Jessica Castillo, assistant principal RBMS, Melissa Rodriguez, principal at Douglas High School, Maria Trinta, athletic director, assistant principal, DHS, and Albert Young, CTE director and assistant principal. And also their contracts have no raise included. They are getting the same amount as their previous contract. there is a change, obviously, in the new contract for Ms. Sydney Fimbres.
In the event that there's a correction or a modification or an adjustment, you can always do that at a later date. All right, just for clarification, can I get a motion to do that?
I move to approve the 25-26 employment contracts for directors, principals, and assistant principals.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Smith. Further discussion, members of the board? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Brain?
Yes. Item K, discussion action on the approval of sole source provider for fiscal year 2024-25. Mr. Soto.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a sole source for one of the vendor, of course, called Magic School. And I don't know if Marco can be available to do more, explanation, but it's a service that the high school is going to be using. And there's nobody else that provides those services. That's why we're doing it as a sole source. And we want to pay this in advance for 5 years. And the funding for this is coming out of the new construction for the high school. And that's why we want to do it now and pay it in advance for 5 years.
You have the justification letter as well,
Yes,
right?
Yes,
Are
and
you-
it's
members
one of
the board, did you see
the
it?
AI
The compliance
platforms.
letter? in
Okay,
order-
the AI.
It's one of the AI platforms that Mrs. Rodriguez or some of the teachers have presented, so it's something that the teachers will be able to use.
Mr. Lindemann?
I move to approve the sole source provider for 24-25.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Further discussion?
You know,
Go ahead.
24-25, is that a misprint? Or is that a retroactive?
Correct.
contract?
They're gonna pay it now to start using it as soon as
Oh, okay.
possible.
Okay.
So to include that, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No, you have no problem. All right, further discussion? Any clarification? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Brain?
Yes. Item L, discussion action on the approval of non-renewal of certified staff contract for 2020.
That one
Mayor,
is pulled.
I removed that item, Mr. Brain. out.
Oh, I'm sorry, you did. Okay, we go into item 4, executive session. The governing board may vote to convene into executive session pursuant to ARS 38-431.03, subsection A, number 1, for the following personnel matter. A, consider a behavioral specialist request to be released from her fiscal year contract 2024-25 in consideration of whether or not to waive the liquidated damages. B, Superintendent Ana C. Samaniego's annual evaluation. Motion to go into executive
I
session.
move to enter into executive session.
Second.
By Mr. Smith. All those, let's do roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Brain?
Yes, and we're going to stay in here, right? You want to take a break?
Mr. Berry.
Okay, I'm going to adjourn the executive session, and we're back in open session. And we're on item 5B, discussion action to approve Superintendent Ana C. Samaniego's annual evaluation. Mr. Lindeman.
I move to approve the annual evaluation of Mrs. Samaniego.
Second.
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Any discussion, members of the board? Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Berry?
Yes, the board feels that Ms. Samaniego is doing an exceptional job in a difficult or extraordinary times, and the board's very happy with Ms. Samaniego. We're going to go back to item A. We're still in a quasi-executive session atmosphere, environment, except that the individual opted to have the executive session and open. And so I'm going to now defer to the administration regarding the discussion action on the request of the release of the fiscal year 2024-25 contract submitted by Ms. Andrea Mora, who is a behavioral specialist at Stevenson. Ms. Samaniego, you or Ms. Cox, either one.
So Mrs. Mora has submitted a letter, and you have it on your background. So she's understanding that she would be breaking her contract, so she's asking to be released, but also in her letter asking for a leave of absence approval for a year from her current role as behavior specialist. And that is not something that I can approve. A leave of absence is something that only the board approves, but she is breaking her contract and unable to fulfill it due to personal reasons as stated in her letter. And so at this point, that behavior specialist job, if you recall, is one of the ones that we are not going to be hiring for at the end of next year, at the end of this year, because that was one of the ESSER-funded positions that we brought over to the M&O. So she's asking to be released of her contract, but also in her letter asking for a one-year leave of absence. And that is something the board then has to decide on.
That's pretty straightforward, members of the board, nothing really extraordinary. Do you have anything you wanted to add regarding that? You have the backup information, you saw her letter. Nothing extraordinary there? Your recommendation is
To accept the release her of her contract, and we would be recommending a liquidated damages of $1,500, right, Mrs., for breaking the contract. And she did say that she was understanding of that and was prepared for that. So at that point, I asked to accept her letter and her resignation.
Okay, based on that language or verbiage, Mr. Lindeman, will you make that motion?
The motion I want to make is that we release Ms. Mora of her contract with no liquidated damages and rehirable, based on all the circumstances.
Second?
Second.
By Mr. Ramos. Any further discussion? Mr.
I have a question. You were sitting there saying that a leave of absence before the end of her contract, if we granted the leave of absence, would her contract then start at that point and then not be renewed? Or how exactly does that work? Or is it just considered the contract is not being renewed as of the date the extended absence would work?
So more or less for somebody in her circumstances, so because she is breaking her contract at this moment and requesting a leave of absence for a year, it pretty much is a leave of absence for the next year. So, assuming that she would have stayed through the end of this contracted year, her leave of absence per se, if the board would approve that, it would be consisting of next year. So what that means also, if a board approves a leave of absence, this person doesn't necessarily guarantee you the same position, but a position within what she's qualified to do. So for example, if there is no behavior specialist position, then the leave of absence would probably have to be reconsidered because there is no position that she's qualified to do. So if she's breaking her contract now, and she wants to come back at the end of, let's say, the end of 2026 or April of 2026, it just simply means she's asking to be released, and hopefully after the year concludes, she can be rehired back in any position she's qualified to do so. But that is not that's a board decision, and I'm not sure that that was part of the motion, so I want to clarify if we're approving a leave of absence or not.
Well, first of all, I think you said it well, the leave of absence is moot. She's not coming back. So she wasn't offered the contract. But, you know, Mr. Smith, I think it warrants a little bit of discussion. Leave of absences in a school district are given under very extraordinary circumstances. It's got to be one in a position where the person is going to go, let's say, to enhance or to enrich their background so that they can come back and do a better job of teaching. That would be one. One would be a severe family situation, crisis, or something of that nature. But normally, a leave of absence is not even considered unless it's really extraordinary. And to give a leave of absence to a classroom teacher when you've got an abundance of teachers available, either applied or you have them, you can transfer or fill the position readily, then you don't grant leave of absences. To be honest with you, personally, if she would have brought that because of her circumstances, I wouldn't have voted for it. So I just want to say that because this is the first time this board's even heard a request for a leave of absence. But again, the circumstances have got to be extraordinary to give one. That's my opinion, and that's the way I would recommend it to the board. All right, so we have a motion on the floor.
I still have
Go
more
ahead.
questions. I am kind of curious why the motion is not to accept the superintendent's recommendations to include the damage or liquidated damages. Why we've motioned for to not include liquidated damages? Because I saw the paperwork and the reasons why she's wanting out of her contract, and I didn't see really a financial problem where we would have a problem collecting it. So I'm curious as to why we're not taking the superintendent's recommendation on this.
Well, you'd have to, go ahead, you're the one that did it, so you give your explanation. Well, excuse me, before you do, she made the recommendation, he just uttered what she recommended as part of the motion.
The motion was without liquidated damages.
Right.
I'm wondering why
Oh, I'm sorry,
we're
go
doing
ahead.
it without
Go-
liquidated
Got it.
damages.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
I'm taking into consideration the extraordinary circumstances that this person finds herself in. And I think it's appropriate to not penalize her any further and then to be rehirable after she, has her baby. So that's simply that's it.
Well, Mr. Ramos, excuse me, you seconded the motion, right?
Yes.
Did you feel, obviously you felt the same way, right?
No, I thought that with liquidated damages, so,
But you seconded his motion.
yes.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor.
We do.
And we could get complicated and have an amendment to the motion or withdraw the motion. Let's vote on it, and let's vote on it, and then if the vote fails, then we can reconsider, unless you want to, and I don't think you do, because you made the
No,
motion. I'm
yeah.
not putting words in your mouth. You don't want to withdraw your motion,
no.
right? So you don't, if he doesn't withdraw his, you can't, because his is principle. So what we can do is, we can have the vote, and then if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So the motion on the floor,
But just before that,
go ahead.
is she financially hurting here? Clarify on that.
I'm not sure. She met with Mrs. Cox. Her letter does say, I am prepared for whatever appropriate consequences, because she does know she's breaking her contract. But I do hope to be considered for the leave in order to return. So, I mean, my recommendation was also rehirable under the circumstances, so that was not a question. But, so whether she's financially able to make the payment, it has not been indicated to me that she hasn't, or to Mrs. Cox, so.
Well, for the sake of discussion, anytime we assess liquidated damages on any teacher, it's a hardship. I mean, let's face it, I don't even know, I think the way that, is in the past, sometimes it's uncollectible. The way they can do it now is if they still have the payroll forthcoming in that pay cycle, they can deduct it from the payroll. But if they don't, then it can get deducted, and then they've got a quandary. So the argument, and it's hard to take them on an individual basis. I mean, you look at all of them, these people are struggling financially.
Yeah.
I mean, our wages are just unbelievable. Go ahead.
Well, if I can interject, part of my thinking was also that this person has a child less than a year old, and she's expecting another one any moment. I had 2 kids within a year, and so I'm going, I know what that's like. So that's why I tried to not present any more of a penalty. So that was my motion.
Okay, and just, again, just to make sure, and Mr. Ramos seems like he's equivocating a little bit, just to make sure, your recommendation, based on what Mrs. Cox knows about dealing with her directly, and then, of course, you're agreeing with her, your recommendation, again, is just for the sake of discussion.
To release her of her contract with liquidated damages of $1,500 with a rehireable status.
Okay, and Mr. Lindeman's motion omitted that because you didn't agree with the recommendation, right?
Right, but but to release from the contract with no liquidated damages and rehireable.
That was your
That was
motion?
my motion.
Yeah. And you seconded it. So we have a motion on the floor. Let's roll call.
Mr. Smith?
No.
Mr. Lindemann?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Brain?
No. Motion carries. No,
No.
No.
no, I'm sorry, it didn't. No action taken. We can't reconsider now for, it would have to be somebody on the prevailing side. So it would be you, Mr. Lindeman, if they want to bring it back. So we have no decision here, no decision at all. So that's the way we're going to leave it, unless you want to bring it back at the next meeting. And I don't know what that's going to do to that individual, but we have to move forward. So we don't have a motion. The motion was a tie, so it's no action taken. You prevailed, actually. All right. Anything you want to add to that, members of the administration? You want to meet with her again? You want to talk to her again? I mean,
Yeah, we'll reach out to her.
Okay. Item 6, Ms. Samaniego, announcements.
Just a continuation of ASA, and full day no release is on April 2nd, April 9th, and April 16th. So that means that there are no early release days. The only early release for Douglas High School students is on April the 16th. Easter break, April 18th and April 21st. All schools and offices will be closed, and our next regular board meeting on May 6th.
Entertain a motion to adjourn
I move to adjourn.
by Mr. Lindeman, second.
Second.
By Mr. Smith. All those signify by saying aye if you approve.
Aye.
Aye.